Imagine finding a simple nickel in your pocket, a coin you barely notice. But what if I told you that one special nickel from 1964 could be worth up to $6 million? Yes, you heard that right. $6 million. And if you have one of these rare Jefferson nickels, you might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Now, before you start emptying your change jar, let me tell you exactly what makes the 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark so incredibly valuable. It isn't just another 5-cent piece. This coin holds a hidden secret that has turned it into a collector's dream. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify if you have one and how you can cash in on it. First, let's break down why the 1964 nickel is so special. In 1964, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels. Most of them are worth only their face value, but a select few have unique characteristics that make them worth a fortune. What's the catch? It all comes down to errors and specific die varieties. These mistakes can make an ordinary nickel extraordinary. And some collectors are willing to pay life-changing sums to get their hands on them. One key detail to check is the absence of a mint mark. Most 1964 nickels were minted in Philadelphia, which didn't use a mint mark at the time. But not all no-mint mark nickels are valuable. What separates a nickel worth 5 cents from one worth millions is the quality and specific errors. Think of it this way, it's like finding a factory defect on a luxury car that suddenly makes it 10 times more valuable. So, what should you be looking for? Pay attention to the coin strike quality. Is the design on Monticello crisp and clear? Does Jefferson's profile have sharp, detailed features? Coins with full steps on Monticello are especially prized. If you spot these details, you could be in possession of something incredibly rare. But here's the kicker, some 1,964 nickels have errors that drive their value through the roof. These can include double strikes, off-center minting, and even rare die varieties. One recent auction saw a 1964 nickel without a mint mark, but with a perfect full-step strike, sell for nearly $6 million. Imagine trading a nickel for a luxury home or a lifetime of financial freedom. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if my nickel is one of the valuable ones? Great question. First, grab a magnifying glass and inspect the Monticello building on the reverse side. If you can clearly see all 5 steps without any breaks, you could have a full-step nickel. That alone significantly increases its value. And if you notice any doubling on the lettering or unusual markings, you might be holding a jackpot coin. But don't stop there. Get your coin evaluated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial. Without proper grading, your rare find might go unnoticed. And believe me, the last thing you want is to spend years holding on to a potential fortune without cashing in. Let me ask you something, how many nickels have slipped through your fingers over the years? How many times have you overlooked a simple 5-cent piece without realizing its true value? Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. Here's the truth, time is of the essence. With increasing demand and fewer rare nickels in circulation, the value of these prized pieces continues to climb. Each day you wait is another chance for someone else to strike gold. Can you really afford to miss out? So, check your pockets, your old coin jars, and even that dusty drawer you haven't opened in years. That unassuming 1964 nickel without a mint mark could be the key to a life-changing windfall. And if you find one, don't hesitate, because opportunities like this don't last forever. Subscribe now for more insider knowledge on rare coins that could transform your financial future. Your fortune might be closer than you think, and it could all start with a nickel. Pulling out a nickel, and discovering it could be worth up to $5.8 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But for one lucky person, this dream became a reality, and it could happen to you too. Today, we're diving deep into the mysterious and rare 1974 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel, a coin so valuable it could change your life overnight. But before you rush to check your spare change, there's something you need to know. Not all 1974 Jefferson nickels are created equal. Only a few possess the rare characteristics that skyrocket their value. Missing these key details could mean letting a fortune slip right through your fingers. So, what makes the 1974 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel so special? It all starts with a minting error. During production, most nickels bear a mint mark indicating where they were made: Denver, Philadelphia, or San Francisco. But a rare batch of 1974 nickels left the mint without any mark at all. This error transformed an ordinary 5-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar treasure, and here's where things get exciting. In recent auctions, collectors have gone wild over these rare nickels. Some have sold for thousands, while the most pristine examples have commanded prices as high as $5.8 million. Imagine the possibilities if you found one of these rare coins lying unnoticed in a jar or tucked away in your dresser drawer. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these million-dollar nickels? Great question. Let me break down the key signs to look for, because missing even one could mean walking away from a life-changing payday. First, check the coin's date. If it says 1974, you're on the right track. Next, inspect the area beneath Monticello, that's the building on the back of the coin. A standard nickel from this year will have a small letter indicating the mint location. If yours has no letter at all, you may be holding a treasure, but don't celebrate just yet. Condition matters a lot. The most valuable 1974 no-mint marked Jefferson nickels are in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. Scratches, wear, or damage can slash the value dramatically. So, if you find one, handle it with care. In fact, you might want to grab a pair of gloves. Yes, it's that serious when millions are at stake. By now, you may be thinking, okay, I found a 1974 nickel without a mint mark, now what? Here's where the magic happens. If you suspect you have a valuable coin, it's crucial to get it authenticated by a professional grading service. This verification not only confirms its rarity but also determines its market value. And trust me, when a single coin could be worth millions, it's worth the extra step. You might be surprised to know that new discoveries are still happening. Just last year, an unsuspecting collector found a 1974 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel in a roll of spare change. That coin went on to fetch a jaw-dropping price at auction. Imagine how many more are still out there, waiting to be found. It could be your turn next, and here's the kicker: as coin collecting gains popularity, the value of rare pieces like this is only going up. Every day that passes is another opportunity for someone else to cash in. The question is, will it be you? Or will you let someone else walk away with millions while you sit on a hidden fortune? So, the next time you come across a nickel, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. Your ticket to financial freedom could be hiding in plain sight. And if you find that elusive 1974 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel, you may be holding the key to a life-changing windfall. Don't wait. Check your coins today. Because in the world of rare collectibles, fortunes favor the bold, and the ones who pay attention to the tiniest details. Your million-dollar moment could be one nickel away. Are you ready to find it? 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark could be your golden ticket to a fortune. That's right. One of these seemingly ordinary coins recently fetched a jaw-dropping $5.2 million. And the best part? There could be one sitting unnoticed in your pocket right now. So, what makes this 1978 nickel so valuable? The answer lies in a rare minting error and a combination of unique characteristics that have collectors around the world on a treasure hunt. But before you start digging through your couch cushions, let me explain exactly what to look for and why these nickels are commanding such unbelievable prices. First, let's talk about the missing mint mark. Normally, Jefferson nickels minted in 1978 should carry a small letter, D, for Denver, or S, for San Francisco. But if your nickel has no letter at all, pay attention. This anomaly occurred due to a striking error during production, making these no mint mark nickels extremely rare. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value, but here's the kicker: not every no mint mark nickel is worth millions. To hit the jackpot, your nickel must also possess pristine condition and sharp details. Look closely at Jefferson's portrait. If the hair and facial lines are crisp, you could be holding a high-grade specimen. And trust me, collectors will pay handsomely for it. Now, you might be thinking, why would anyone pay millions for a nickel? Here's the truth: rare coins are like pieces of history frozen in time. Serious collectors and investors are willing to spend fortunes to own a piece of that history. And as the years go by, the value of these rare finds only increases. Imagine handing down a $5.2 million coin to future generations. That's not just a coin, that's a legacy. Speaking of legacies, did you know that just last year, an unsuspecting man discovered a 1978 no mint mark nickel in a jar of loose change? He had no idea what he had until a coin expert confirmed its value. That simple nickel transformed his life overnight. So, what if the next life-changing coin is hiding in your home? Still with me? Good. Because here's the part you don't want to miss. If you find a 1978 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, the first thing you need to do is protect it. Avoid cleaning it at all costs. Even a tiny scratch can significantly lower its value. Next, have it professionally graded by a reputable coin authentication service. This step is crucial if you want to command top dollar in today's red-hot rare coin market, and let me tell you, the competition is fierce. With coin values skyrocketing, collectors are on a mission to uncover hidden gems before anyone else. Every second you wait could mean missing out on a massive payday. So, when was the last time you checked your spare change? Here's another twist: not all valuable nickels are decades old. Some modern coins with minting errors are already selling for thousands. That's why it pays to stay informed and keep a close eye on every coin that passes through your hands. Now, imagine the feeling of discovering a coin worth millions. The thrill, the excitement, the life-changing potential. It's all within your grasp. But only if you take action. So, will you be the next lucky person to strike it rich with a 1978 Jefferson nickel? There's only one way to find out. Don't let a fortune slip through your fingers. Start checking your coins today, because the next big discovery could be yours. And when it happens, your life may never be the same again. But what if I told you that the 1988 P. Monticello Jefferson nickel is hiding a secret that could turn your pocket change into life-changing wealth? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you might just have a fortune sitting right under your nose. Now, before you start dumping out every coin jar in your house, let's talk about why the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel is so valuable. Most people think nickels are just 5 cents, not worth a second glance. But certain rare errors and unique characteristics on this coin have sent collectors into a frenzy, pushing its value into the millions. And if you don't check your change carefully, you could be throwing away a small fortune without even realizing it. So, what makes the 1988 P. Jefferson nickel so special. It all comes down to a few rare minting errors that only a handful of people even know about. The first error is a misaligned die, which causes part of the design to be off-center. This may seem like a small detail, but to a collector, it's pure gold. Another key error is the elusive full-step designation. If your nickel shows every step clearly on Monticello's iconic building, congratulations, you could be holding a jackpot coin. And here's the kicker, there's an even rarer version where the mint accidentally used a reverse die from 1989 on the 1988 nickel. This mix-up is so rare that only a few verified examples exist. And when one of these coins hits the market, bidding wars erupt, and the price skyrockets into the millions. Imagine having one of these coins sitting unnoticed in a drawer while others are cashing in on theirs. Scary, right? But wait, how do you know if you have the $1,000,000 coin? It starts with a simple inspection. Grab a magnifying glass and look closely at the Monticello steps. If they are crisp and fully defined, you're already in rare territory. Next, check for any signs of a double die or mismatched reverse design. Don't have a magnifying glass? No worries. Even a quick glance could reveal an obvious misprint or error that sets your nickel apart. Now, you might be thinking, why would anyone pay millions for a simple mistake? Well, coin collectors live for these errors. The rarer the mistake, the higher the demand. And when there are only a few known examples, wealthy collectors are willing to spend big money to own a piece of history. The excitement of finding one of these rare coins is like striking gold, and it could happen to you. Still not convinced? Let me tell you about a man who thought his nickel was just a curiosity. He tossed it in a box and forgot about it for years. One day, on a whim, he had it appraised. That tiny, overlooked coin sold for over $1,000,000. Imagine what his life looked like after that payday. And the best part? There are still undiscovered 1988 P. Jefferson nickels waiting to be found. One of them could be in your possession right now. So, what should you do next? First, start checking your nickels today. Time is of the essence because as awareness grows, more people are searching, and finding one becomes even rarer. If you think you have a valuable coin, consider getting it professionally appraised. But whatever you do, don't spend it or give it away without a thorough check. You could be giving up a fortune without realizing it. And here's a question for you. When was the last time you checked your spare change? That jar sitting on your counter or tucked away in your car might be your ticket to financial freedom. And if you don't look, someone else might find it first. Stick around, because in my next video, I'll reveal another overlooked coin that has turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. You won't want to miss it, and who knows? Your next coin discovery might just change your life forever. They say a single coin can't change your life. But what if I told you one ordinary-looking nickel could be your golden ticket to a life of luxury? Buried deep in your pocket change might be a 1994 D Monticello Jefferson nickel worth up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $4 million. Imagine stumbling upon a small, forgotten coin and realizing it's your passport to financial freedom. But here's the catch, most people have no idea what to look for, and they let life-changing fortunes slip right through their fingers. Could you be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it? Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot this rare nickel and whether your pocket change holds a hidden treasure. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1994 D Monticello Jefferson nickel so special? The truth is, not all nickels are created equal. This particular coin stands out due to a rare minting error that occurred during production. And errors like these? They drive collectors wild, and drive prices through the roof. Some of these nickels have subtle yet valuable mistakes, double dies, misstrikes, or off-center prints. To the untrained eye, they might seem like simple imperfections, but to a serious coin collector, they represent untold value. Picture this: a coin that originally cost 5 cents could transform your bank account overnight. And here's the thing, these coins don't just sit in fancy collections. Many are still in everyday circulation, hidden in plain sight. Could there be one hiding in your coin jar right now? But how do you spot a jackpot nickel? It all starts with understanding the key markers. First, look closely at the Monticello building on the reverse side of the coin. Rare errors often show misaligned or doubled images, especially around the steps of the Monticello. If you see extra lines or a blurry appearance, that's your first clue. Next, examine the date and the D mint mark. A valuable 1994 D Jefferson nickel will often display doubling here as well. And if you need a reason to start squinting at your change, consider this: a single 1994 D nickel with the right error recently sold for nearly $4 million at auction. Yes, a tiny coin pulled from everyday circulation paid off someone's mortgage, their debts, and still left them with more money than most people earn in a lifetime. But wait, before you go raiding your couch cushions, there's another crucial detail you need to know. Condition is everything. Coin collectors are meticulous about grading, and the highest value nickels are usually in pristine, uncirculated condition. That said, don't lose hope if your nickel looks a little worn. Even circulated examples with rare errors can still fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. Think about that next time you casually toss your spare change into a jar. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The demand for rare Jefferson nickels is skyrocketing. With more people learning about these valuable coins, competition is fierce. And as collectors scramble to complete their sets, prices only continue to climb. This means one thing for you: the longer you wait to check your change, the greater the chance that someone else will cash in before you do. Imagine the regret of realizing you passed up a fortune because you didn't take a few minutes to look. And here's a question to keep you thinking: if you found a nickel worth millions, would you sell it immediately, or hold on to it, hoping the value climbs even higher? It's a dilemma that lucky finders wrestle with all the time. But one thing is clear: you can't win if you don't play the game. And right now, the game is as simple as checking the nickels you already own. Here's your call to action. Don't just sit there wondering if you've missed your chance. Grab a magnifying glass, dig through your coin collection, and start inspecting every 1994 D Monticello Jefferson nickel you come across. Because somewhere out there, an ordinary nickel is waiting to make someone incredibly wealthy. The question is, will it be you?